He said, "You are paralyzed." In my head, I was like, "Man, I'm not about taking it. I'm about taking it. Like this. They lying." And when I got ready to just try to budge, I couldn't even budge to get up. And I was like, "Can't move."
Jason Cooper shares how he overcame paralysis after an accident.
I'm 17. I'm very, very active, and then having to understand, like, hey, your life changed like that.
It happened while he was in high school. In 2019, Jason was on his way to watch a rival football team play.
But we never did make it there. So the where I had my incident at, they said it's been a lot of wrecks there, and there's been a lot of deaths there on that particular road. Because I was told that the road, when it rains, a lot of oil surfaces on the road because the oil truck spilled there a long time ago. And yeah, once we got over the hill and we went down the hill, yeah, everything else was just history. I can't even remember what happened, to be honest. But all I remember is waking up in ICU, and I had my coaches, my mom, and my dad. And I'm looking around. I'm not thinking that I'm hurt. I'm like, bro, like I got a football game. Like I know we done had a wreck, but I'm like, bro, I got a football game. So like, I don't, I'm ready to go. But my mom, she was like, she didn't want to tell me really, cause she was kind of crying. So I was like, man, what's going on? Like everybody, why y'all sad? Then doctor came in. He was like, look, I'm gonna tell you, it may seem bad right now or whatever. You got a lot going through your head. I'm like, what you mean? I don't know nothing yet. And the doctor, he was like, listen, there's gonna be a lot to take in, but you are paralyzed. And I was like, I know I can't hear because I had my wreck, but what did you say again? Then my mom and dad was like, yeah, we telling you this is real. I'm a C3, C4 spinal cord injury, complete. Basically meaning I was paralyzed from the neck down. I had no capability of moving anything. I was a quadriplegic. No arms, no legs. All I can basically move my eyeballs. When I tell you being 17 and you working your whole entire life up to one point, that took a lot out of me. And I told my mom, I said, Mom, I said, really to be honest with you, I don't want to make you mad, but if I can't play sports and be how I was, you might really go ahead and tell them pull the plug on me. Like it's over with. And she cried so hard. And I was like, bro, I ain't never seen my mama cry that hard before.
Jason was transferred to a rehab hospital.
That's when all the nurses came in, the doctors came in, hey, I'm gonna be a doctor with you and all that. And I was like, okay, but I couldn't really accept the fact that this is me. Like why am I here? Like, I don't want to question God, but why am I here around all of this? I told the nurses I don't want any nurses come in. I don't want any doctors come in. I don't want the TV on. I don't want nobody in my room. And I said turn all the lights off, close the curtains. I don't want no shed of light, no visible light, no nothing. So I'm just sitting there in my head and I'm just thinking, I'm just praying. The devil talked to me, and he was like, "Well, this is it. Like this is over with. Everything you worked up to this time right here is for nothing. You might as well quit. It's like there's nothing to live for. It's over with. You're not coming back. There's no capability of you standing on your feet again." The doctor had already told me I'm probably not gonna be able to walk. The curtain, the whole day, the whole side of my the hospital that I was on was shady, with no peak of sun. The sun came out of nowhere, just like that, and the curtain opened just a smidge. And once it opened, it shined straight in my face. And it was just telling. He was just telling me, he was like, "It's not your time. You got much to live for. Like I'm not done with you." And from that day to now, oh man, can't nothing break me. That built me more mentally strong, even though the physical part of me was not working at that time. The toughest people go through something, and mentally you have to be tested to see how much faith you have in something. Like life is a test. Everybody gonna have that test. We just don't know what time it's gonna be. And when I first got there, I couldn't move anything. Like they had to prop me up on my elbows to just sit up. My body was so weak. It was flat. It was heavy. They told me, they was like, no, we're going to work you out and stuff like that. And I was like, no, I know exactly what I need to do. I know exactly what I need to do. I know what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. I said, anything that's hard, give it to me. Don't take it easy on me. I want everything hard. I want to get out of that whole entire hour. I want everything you possibly can give me. And they was like, are you sure? I was like, I'm ready. And they started working with me every day. I was reconnecting those signals. So once I started seeing progress with that, I was like, okay, it's just a rebuilding process. I was just thinking. So once I got that, I just start strengthening my mind every day. You can walk this, you can walk that, you can do this, you can do that. I started standing. Then once I started standing, they put me in the parallel bars. Then even though I wasn't able to walk, I just started progressing every single week. All the time somebody says that I can't do anything, that puts the ultimate fire in me. That just fires me up. Because then again, that gives me more and more motivation, but not just motivation. That disciplines me to be able to do it even better.
In March of 2021, Jason took his first steps after the accident.
On that day, I was still in the power chair. My legs were like noodles. And I was like, I feel something in me that's jittery, that I know that I can get up and make myself walk. And when I got in the parallel bars, I took my first steps. In my brain, I'm going to walk. And taking those first steps, oh man. I was like, man, this is mental. This is a mental thing that you have to just tap into. You got to tap into some part of your brain that tell you, instead of no, yes. I lead with my mind. If you say that you can't do nothing, you're never going to do it. I never say I can't. I say that I'm not ready right now. I look back at the people that have the same exact injury as me, and it's not crazy, but I just have something that's very rare.
Over time, he has regained strength and is able to walk with forearm crutches. Jason is now a personal trainer.
My dream and aspiration was going pro and doing this and doing that. But through everything, at the end of the day, God has the last say so. So I was like, sports and stuff is cool. But what if I can inspire millions of people doing something that's never been done before? And giving people actually courage to do something. So I was like, you know what? I do that instead. I'd rather sacrifice my purpose. I'm gonna sacrifice my dream and aspiration to do what he wants me to do. So, I just been doing that these last couple years, and just working and working and working. And
he also has another new job.
I just had a little boy last year in November. That's a God-given miracle too that I was told that I probably wouldn't be blessed with. Just doing all this too is to leave my mark behind for him to be able to see like my father is something that I can look up to.
Jason is now working on a documentary about his journey and focusing on getting stronger every day.
If you got a chance at anything in life, take it. Because if you don't, I'm not going to say it'll be snatched away from you, but you want to appreciate it. And I worked all my life and worked hard all my life to where I've got to a certain point to where my life, I'm not going to say devalued, but it was put on pause for a second. And I was tested to be able to handle the adversity that came with it. I want to leave like impacting people's lives to be able to do something that they never thought they'd be able to do. And I have a story to be able to say that. And I have the will to be able to prove the odds of being wrong.
For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Andrea Swindall.